Try to get comfortable here if I can. Yeah, let's see here. All right. I'm gonna use this camera here because I feel this is gonna be pulled off. So I'll be focusing my attention more on this camera here. Okay. Sorry about that. I just feel this is gonna be pulled off because Al-Blamer said at the UN that there must be no future for those that slander the Prophet of Islam. And exposing what's in the Quran is considered to slander the Prophet of Islam. Yeah, in Islam, if you expose what you feel is stupid in the Quran or Hadith. So, all right. Okay, I'll continue here. All right, go back a bit. Uh, have you noticed that most of the uh, Muslim, of the Syrian refugees are terrorist Muslim age men, usually in their 20s, with kids? Yeah. What happened to the women's? Yeah, the women. I don't know about you, but this smacks of invasion by jihadis. Being the case, I think none of them should be allowed into detention. None of them should be allowed into the countries that they're trying to invade. Uh, but this is what I feel this is how I feel they can be allowed in. This is how I feel they can be allowed in. Uh, they have to be detained for 1 year, and in that year of being detained in detention centers or wherever, they watch nothing but videos of Christian Prince on YouTube, Christian Prince's YouTube videos that expose what's in the Quran Hadith. They watch nothing but. By the way, Christian Prince is he wrote the book called Deception of Allah. Excellent book. He also came out with another one, The Quran and Science. And he also stars on Pal Talk too. Anyway, I feel they should. I feel that these Syrian refugees, even though I feel they're Muslim invaders, should also watch the YouTube videos of Jesus or Muhammad, featuring Sam Shamoon and David Wood. Excellent. They're both excellent teachers of the Islam Muslims don't want you to know. Also, they should watch the videos of Ahmed's Quran 5, Pregwin's Prophet of Doom series, and the videos of Zakaria Botros. He's a Coptic priest. After a year of watching these videos every day in those detention centers, after a year of it, these Muslim invaders need to then take a quiz where if they miss just one, they have to stay the whole year again in those detention centers. And then a year later, take the quiz again. They'll stay another year in the detention center and they'll get 2 tries at the test. And if they fail the second time, then they're sent back to their place of origin. But here's how I feel the quiz should go. The first question, number 1. According to Muhammad and Sahih Hadith, Sahih means authentic, an embryo becomes a blood clot in spite of how Muslims want to believe it, which is they want to believe it's a clean leech-like substance. How many days, according to Muhammad, now this is a multiple choice, or I say multiple guess here. How many days, according to Muhammad, is an embryo a clot of congealed blood before it becomes a morsel of flesh? And then later on says an angel comes into the womb with special instructions on whether or not you'll be in heaven, be in paradise, or go to hellfire. Okay, is it A, 30 days that it's a blood clot, 40 days that it's a blood clot, C, 9 months, or D, 10 days? Is it 9 months? Yeah. Or D, 10 days? The answer is B, 40 days. It's a blood clot for 40 days, and it becomes a morsel of flesh for 40 days. Another question would be, according to the Quran, stars are located in A, space, B, the butt of the flying donkey-like creature Muhammad said he flew on in the journey by night, in other words, the Alpha Rock, C, on the back of a giant fish called Nun, D, in the Earth's atmosphere to attack Satan or his jinns if they try to spy on Allah. The correct answer is the last one, D. It is to attack Satan. And they're located, these stars are located not up, yeah, okay. They're located in the Earth's atmosphere, the lowest heaven, according to Muhammad, according to the Quran. Another question could be, quote, what does the Quran say is not only all his words and all his books, but what book is confirmed by the Quran? Is it A, the Mahabharata? Is it B, the Bible? Is it C, the Talmud? Or D, the Bhagavad Gita, the Song of God? The correct answer is B. Even the Bible is believed by all Muslims to be corrupted. Another question could be, according to Quran 1094, Surah 1094, or chapter 1094, if you, a Muslim, are in doubt about the Quran, you are to go to A, fellow Muslims and study the Quran together, B, Muslim scholars who not only know the Quran but the Hadith as well, C, Jews and Christians for reading the before scriptures, not reciting, but reading the before scriptures, Bible, or D, no one but yourself, for no one can be trusted due to taqiyya, light for Allah. The correct answer is very absurd, but it is C. You're supposed to go to the Jews and Christians, those who have been reading the before scriptures, not reciting, but the before scriptures, Bible. And Jews and Christians are the ones that read the Bible, or the before scriptures. Even though the Quran accuses Jews and Christians of passing over much of their book, Bible, and hiding things in their Bible, book, and throwing the book, Bible, over their backs. I kid you not. That's what the Quran accuses Jews and Christians of doing, and yet Quran 1094 tells Muslims to go to them if they're in doubt about the criticized, according to Quran 1094. Another question could go as follows. According to Muhammad in Al-Tabari Hadith, a solar eclipse occurs by A, the sun falling out of its chariot into the sea of water, held over our heads by the power of Allah, that not a drop should fall. B, the sun catching up with the moon. C, the moon blocking out the rays of the sun. Or D, the sun disappearing into the butt of the flying Al-Barak. Muhammad said he flew from Mecca to Jerusalem in a journey by night. The correct answer is A, which is out of its chariot. Okay. Another question could be, according to Quran 36:40-42, Quran 36:40-42, what is implied that the sun and moon ride in? Is it A, a chariot? B, the butt of the Al-Barak Muhammad said he flew on? C, a boat similar to that of Noah, that is the ark? Or D, an orbit around the earth? The correct answer is C, a boat similar to that of Noah, which seems to match Al-Tabari, where Muhammad says a chariot, but it's not. This time it's a boat, similar to that of Noah, according to Quran. That is inferred to by Quran 36:40-42. Okay. Another question could be, how many washings of your nose out does Muhammad say one must do to get Satan out for sleeping in the upper interior of it during the night? Is it A, 1 washing, B, 2 washings, 3, or C, 3 washings, or 4, no washings? For why would it take any washings to get Satan out? Is Satan omnipresent like God? The answer is C. 3 washings to get Satan out of your nose, even though Satan doesn't interfere with your breathing nor sense of smell. Even though Muhammad says Satan farts every time Satan hears the call to prayer, which is every hour, because somewhere in the world it's the call to prayer. Another question would be, according to Muhammad, how many ajwa dates are you to eat in the morning to protect you all day from both magic and poison? Is it A, 3 dates, B, 7 dates, D, 10 dates, or D, 0 dates? Because Muhammad still became poisoned when he was served tainted goat meat by a Jewish woman whose family Muhammad slaughtered. The answer is B, 7 dates. Another question would be, according to Muhammad, the greatest jihad is A, killing and being killed in the cause of Allah, like you get with Quran 9, 111, 3, and 39. B, kissing the black stone that is supposed to come to life someday with eyes and a tongue, letting Allah know who touched it in sincerity or truth. C, drinking camel urine and sewage water to prove Muhammad was right about water not being defiled, except in taste, smell, and color. Not being defiled to the point where even well water with dead dogs and crap in it was okay to use for ablution. Or D, quote, saying a truth in the presence of a tyrant. The correct answer is D. For the greatest jihad, according to Muhammad, is speaking truth in front of. In other words, The greatest jihad is if Saddam was right here in this room, you say sugar is sweet, which is a truth, and that would be the greatest jihad according to Muhammad. So it's D, saying the truth in the presence of a tyrant. Okay. All right. Another question could be, according to Muhammad in Al-Tabari Hadith, the earth is spread out on the back of a giant A, sheep. B, fish called Nun that would destroy the earth if all of us didn't cast down mountains as pegs and stabilize to keep down the earthquakes. C, nothing, for the earth is actually round and orbiting the earth. Or D, the back of a giant turtle. The correct answer is B, a giant fish called Nun, giant agitated fish. Another question could be, according to Muhammad in Sahih, authentic hadith, meat decays due to A, a lack of refrigeration, B, a lack of being dried and preserved, like jerky, C, Christians living in this world, or D, the Bani Israel, that is, the Jews. Yeah. The answer is D, the Jews, and the Bani Israel, because Muhammad says, if it weren't for the Bani Israel, meat wouldn't decay, so it's the Jews' fault. Again, in Islam, it's always the Jews' fault, no matter what. It's always the Jews' fault. Probably thanks to that saying in the Hadith. Okay, anyway, this is the type of question. This is the type of quiz I feel a Muslim refugee, Syrian refugee, must take after a year of seeing those YouTube videos by Christian Prince and the others that I mentioned in this video. If he or she misses just one, they stay at least a year before taking the test again. If they fail in 2 tries in 2 years, they go back to their place of origin and are monitored and never able to come back. So that's what I would do. If they want to be in Europe, they take that quiz. But